With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
What? Hey, hey.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson now. They set up the screen to Hill. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into it and try and knock it loose.
Play action. Now Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Will Anderson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. The Ravens send their punter out now. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 118. Outside.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
118. What's up?
1st down. Here's the run to Montgomery. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
118.
Throwing now is Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, Eric. 118. What's up? Hey.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
118. What's up?
Here's Stroud. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Oh, Eric.
Montgomery. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. C.J. Stroud, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And they're on the 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
At the Texans' 39-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Jackson. Here's a diving catch right side. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Throwing is Jackson. And Walker with it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
The Ravens 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
The carry is complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hill. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
Tyler Root to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10.
All right.
Stroud looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. In motion right, that's Collins. Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 59 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
This is my writing it down on my notes. I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
180.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
180. Set up. 180.
Again, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. He's got it to Collins, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Oh, that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to Dell. Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Take down 70 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, the bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 3.
Sit hard, hey, sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
They'll run it again with Henry. And space tough to come by there. So he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a second down and 9.
Go. Sit hard.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
180. 180. And a shot. You change it.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10. Well, he was certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stroud to throw it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. They matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the quick, right? 18, that's it.
Running left, Montgomery. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. 18, that's it.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Alpha, sit hard. 180. Sit hard. 180. Report. Get on.
And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! 180! Go. Sit hot!
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Quick, ready?
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
On the quick, right?
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Quick, ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. Inside the 10. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll start with the option. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, middle. Sit up.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Daniil Hunter getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. This is third and goal. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derek Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 9. Stroud back to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right. Tony. Love it. Hey.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And we'll take this one up close to about the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Texans, They did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.